Heads, distinguished provincial heads of our youth and women branches, esteemed mayors, my dear friends at COES, I would like to salute you all with the most heartfelt sentiments, longing and affection. In your presence, and on behalf of yourself, I would like to extend my greetings to all our citizens who dedicated their hearts to our cause and to our party. May the consultations we will hold would be auspicious for our cities, for our nation, and for our country. Yesterday, after the cabinet meeting, we have announced good news about the employment of 424,000 contracted people to be employed in the public offices. May it be auspicious. In the last 20 years, as we have done as always, we are realizing every expectations of our people and we are solving every problems of our citizens, thereby preparing Turkey for a prosperous future. All the democratic developments that we have achieved will continue unabated, so that we will get closer step by step to 2023 Turkey, which we have given as word to our nation. As I mentioned in the previous consultation meeting as well, every opening ceremony that we carried out stands like a monumental piece. Pendik Sabiha Gökçen Metro Line enabled us to open a breathing road for the Istanbul traffic with the 1915 Çanakkale Bridge and Troya bridge. We eased the traffic from Marmara region, and with the Marmara highway we have strengthened the transportation roads. Diyarbakır South-West Road and Şanlıurfa Mardin traffic has been eased thanks to this road. With the TOG factory, we ensured the first local production of our country, and we have enjoyed the mass production of the aforesaid local car. We have tackled the intercity and within the city transportation problem of Gaziantep. With the Ulusu region, we have made the necessary connections. The fifth greatest dam of our country is Artvin Yusufeli Dam, and hydroelectric power plant has been completed with the surrounding roads. With the Konya Viaduct, we can travel much faster from Konya to Mediterranean region. With the Aselsan weapons factory, we have strengthened our defense industry. My first home and my first workplace project enabled us to construct 50,000 households and 1 million land for the working places. In the industrialized organized zone, we have commissioned 100 factories simultaneously. Our Alawite and Bektashi brothers and sisters had many problems that are left unsolved, and we tackled all their problems. More importantly, with our Century of Turkey Vision program, hopefully we will be realizing greater targets and dreams, and we have casted a light of hope as we are getting closer to the century of Turkey. And I am not even counting the other small investments that we have achieved for our cities. Before anything else, of course, We can list all our achievements in four main titles: economy, diplomacy. On the other hand, we are fighting against the terrorism, and at the same time, the illegal migration is another problem. Those four main topics before anything else are the topics that we have tackled, that we have solved, and we will continue to solve all those problems in the aforesaid fields. By taking this opportunity, last week I would like to remind once again that there was an earthquake with the degree of 5.9 Richter scale in Düzce, and we have announced this region to be the general disaster zone. And thanks to this, we will be able to carry out our post-disaster activities in the region. Once again, I hope and pray that our God, our Creator, hopefully would prevent us from any disaster or calamity whatsoever. On the other hand, the third quarter growth rate for 2022 has been announced to be 3.9%, and the second quarter growth rate was announced to be 7.7%. On the global scale, the concerns for recession increase. During such time, the fact that Turkey still grows, it is indeed very valuable. Hopefully, we will close 2022 with breaking records in terms of the economic development, thereby entering into 2023 quite successfully. Dear brothers and sisters, one of the most important transformations realized during the term of AK Party is to increase the benchmark of our perception regarding the services and also the monumental investments. There are the ones who are indeed speaking almost always with the investments which are no comparison to even one of our investments, and they are making themselves a laughing stock. Well, all those investments that we have realized most probably would be enough for us to keep us in power, but we have completed all those investments within such a short time frame like 2 months, and I hope that 2023 will be again full with investments. That's why we have achieved centennial works for our country within 20 years. As you have listened previously, we will be building the future of Turkey as we have built its past. That's why the only address for the solution of the regional and global crisis is the People's Alliance and the Justice and Development Party. That's why we always say there is no rest for the weary. That's why the solution of our problems is clear. That is why we say it is high time we solve those problems. Let the sun rise and let the century of Turkey begin. Sizlerden hem bugüne kadar ülkemize sağladığımız kazanımları hem bugünkü sorunların I kindly request from each one of you to express and explain to our people that we have solved all those problems of this nation, and we are the only address who can solve the problems of future. And I also kindly request from each one of you to share the dreams of our country obstinately. So any one of our brothers and sisters who are not acknowledged about our project should be the target of the opposition parties. We should never forget it. As you know, the elections are approaching, you will realize that Mr. Kemal, with a world of lies, will stand in front of our people, our nation. We are accustomed to his lies, but we should get ready because you will hear many of his lies and you will witness many of his lies again. Any one of our citizens whose dreams we are not enriching with our vision will be falling to the infertile circle of the lies of the opposition parties. We should never forget that. As our God commands that the people will earn to the extent that they work. So with this understanding, with an increasing tempo, we should strengthen the bonds between us and our nation. Any citizen that we greet, that we knock on their doors, if they are angry for us, we should indeed tackle this problem. If they are tired of us, then we should give them hope. If they are afraid, then we should inject the feeling of confidence to them. If they hate us, then we should treat it with love. So if they love us, then we should indeed strengthen this love with gratification. So only after then our love and our bonds with our people will be much more richer and much more stronger. If there are any problems, we should seek ways to solve those problems. So at the end of the day, we should reach all 85 million of our citizens and we should win and earn their trust and their support.
Bunu da kendimizden ziyade istikbalimizin mimarları olan
And we should do this for saving the future of our kids, who will be the architects of our future. Your first duty is to go on site and leave no gap so that we can fulfill this historical duty incumbent upon all of us. Dear brothers and sisters, with the new government system, let me reiterate once again that they are the ones who are speaking of strengthened parliamentary democracy and such, but they will not come out with the tangible results. So as the Iranian says, they sat, they talk, and they left. That is what they do. That is what they do. With the new government system, the Republic of Turkey has undertaken a politics of two different alliances. The People's Alliance has clear targets and clear dreams standing in front of our people, but the other alliance is known as the Table of Six, but we do not know why this alliance is founded, and it is such an amorphous structure which we don't know the reason of its foundation. So we are always calling upon the opposition party to compete with them in the field of realizing projects and investments, but they only give their words and commitments that they will return Turkey back to its old days. Dear brothers and sisters, do not forget, until the Justice and Development Party is founded, we have seen many things in Turkey. We have seen the governments lasting only 8 months and 1 year. We have seen governments lasting only 16 months, so the governments were founded and dispersed in such a short time frame, and our people knew those times. And did anything good come out of those coalition governments? No, we didn't yield any results out of those governments. If that is the case, do not forget, a believer will not be deceived
Biz
two
bir daha sapılmak
times
istemiyoruz.
with the same way. So we
Ve
don't want to be deceived
AK Parti
with the same way.
iktidarlarıyla işte
So
20 yıldır ne
with
var?
the Justice and Development Party
Güven var,
governments, there is trust,
işte
there is stability, and there is a strong state. That is what we have achieved.
dikkat ederseniz
If you
bugüne
pay
kadar ne CHP'den
attention,
ne de
neither
şürekasından
from the Republican
ülkenin
People
herhangi
Party
bir derdine
or
derman,
from their
milletin
supporters,
herhangi bir
no
yarasına merhem
solution
olacak
to the
hiçbir
problems of
söze,
this country
hiçbir teklife,
came,
hiçbir
or
adıma
no
rastlanmıyor.
a wound of this
Dünyanın
nation
en
is
doğru,
treated.
en güzel, en şahane işini de yapsak,
Even if we
takdir etmeyeceklerini
do the most
alenen
wonderful project in the
parlamentoda
world,
söylediler mi?
they said that they will not appreciate us. That is what they said in the parliament. They are so
Alenen bunu
incapable.
söyleyenler,
Those
beceremedikleri teklif,
same ones who
anayasa
are
değişikliği
saying
teklifi,
this in a crystal
metni
clear
açıklama,
fashion, they only
Türkiye ipiyle indikleri kuyudan da
explained
çıkarsa
that they
çıkarsa,
would
terör
change the
örgütünün
constitution.
güdümündeki partiyi
So
kollayan,
they
masanın
only support the
etrafındakilere
political party
lütuf
which
dağıtan
is
ucube bir
dominated
teklif
by the
çıkarttılar.
terrorist organization,
Gözden
and they have come up with
Gözden
an proposition for constitutional amendment, and we have assessed this
masanın
proposition
etrafındakiler
for the constitutional
artı
amendment.
masanın altındakiler.
So in this proposition we see that certain
Memnun olurlar.
words have
Buna
been
çalışın.
given to the table of
Baştan
six,
aşağı
and
şöyle
that
incelediğimiz
is
zaman
what
buluyoruz.
they have worked on. If
Birisinin
you
derdi
take
ne?
a look to this
Kapanan belediyeler.
proposition for constitutional
belediyeler
amendment, you will
kapatılmış.
see it. So they claim
Öbürünün
that
derdi
the
ne?
municipalities will not be
Hazine
closed,
yardımları
and
azmış.
the
Dolayısıyla
other
hazine
party of the
yardımlarını
alliance
en az
say
bire
that the
çekip
support from the
herkes
treasury
bundan
is so
nasibini
low, and they claim that
Belki de
the
bir şey verelim.
support from the treasury
Bunu
will
yapmak
increase to
suretiyle
1%. And by
oy
doing this, they
toplayacaklarını
think that they will be able to collect votes
Benim
from our
milletim
people.
bunu
But
tutmaz.
our people cannot be
benim
deceived with
milletim
such lies,
bu ülkeye,
because
bu
my
millete
people
ve bu
our
devlete
people
ne gelecek buna bakın.
will assess what the nation and what the state will earn.
Eğer bugün ekonomide Türkiye bir kalkışmanın içerisindeyse,
If
üçüncü çeyrekte de
the Republic of
büyük
Turkey's
dokuzu
economy
Y20
grows
ülkeleri
today,
arasında ilk beşin
and if
içerisinde
Turkey
yer alıyorsa,
is at the top five with 3.9% of economic growth rate in G20 countries, that means that Turkey is getting stronger, and no
burada
one
kalmıyoruz.
can stop
Bir de
Turkey from getting
vatandaşımıza
stronger.
biz
And
halkımıza özellikle mağdur
we
olmayacak
also
şekilde
extend our
ekonomik
helping hand
desteklerimizi
to
sürdürmeye
our people so
devam
that they will not be the
Ancak
victims of the
burada tabii
global economic problems.
ciddi bir sorun yaşıyoruz.
However, we face a serious
Özellikle
problem, and what it is media.
kalkıyorlar, belli bazı isimleri
Day and
çıkarmak
night,
suretiyle
they are
oradan
putting certain figures to the TV channels, and they are wandering from
değerli
one
arkadaşlar,
market
bu
to
marketlerle
another.
ilgili bu gerek zincir marketlerde gerek diğer marketlerle
Both
alakalı
in those
fiyatlar
supermarket
birisinde böyle, birisinde şöyle.
chain stores, they are making comparisons between the prices.
Kabine toplantısında
And in our cabinet meeting, I have said to our
başta
colleagues,
Ticaret Bakanlığımız olmak üzere
starting with the Ministry of
kontrollerimizi
Trade,
daha da sıklaştıracağız.
let's make our inspections much more frequent
Bütün mesele
so that we can tackle this problem.
bu fiyat farklılıklarını gidermenin
So at the end of the day, we will strongly find the ways to tackle this problem of
tabii bakıyorsunuz
different prices in different markets.
birimlerde ekonomide farklılıklar var.
On the other hand,
Kontrol mekanizmalarımızla fiyat
through
istikrar
our
komitesini kurarak
control mechanisms, by establishing the Price Stability Committee, we will follow all those fluctuations in the prices.
açıkladıkları değişiklik teklifleri insanların gerçek sorunlarına çözüm getirmek yerine
So the proposition for a constitutional amendment by the opposition party didn't bring any solutions to the problems of the nation, but they are rather advocating for the protection of the interests of the opposition parties, looking down on our people.
bir olanlar var.
Of course,
Onlara da ne diyorlar? Bak senin
there
sıfır
are
virgül
the political party in the opposition alliance
değişiklikle
with
sana da bir kıyamız olacak.
very low
Dolayısıyla
vote
el ele yola
margin,
devam edelim.
and they are also favoring them by
Cumhur İttifakı'nın böyle bir sorunu yok.
giving them some
Cumhur
words.
İttifakı
But that
millete
is what
hizmet yolunda
they do.
daha neler
The People's
yapabiliriz?
Alliance only think what we can do in order to serve our people
Ülkemizi
in a
darbe
better way.
anayasası ayıbından kurtararak
As you know,
yeni özgürlükçü
we
sivil bir
have
anayasaya kavuşturmak için
achieved
epeydir uğraşıyoruz.
a constitutional
Yaptığımız
change,
tekliflerin
and
önü ya
in
meclis
order to
safhasında çıkmaza sokularak
liberate our
ya da
nation from the
görmezden
constitution
gelinerek
of the coup attempt times, we
bunların
are
ikisini de
striving
veririz.
day and night in order to come up with a more libertarian constitution. But we have always been prevented, and every time they go to the constitutional court, and after their consultations in the parliament, they are applying for the constitutional court. And right now, they also say that the with the new proposed constitutional amendment, the president will not be able to reject the judges in the constitutional court. That is the game that they are trying to set up right now. I wonder, is there any such kind of understanding in the developed countries? But in the past, we had such problems in the multi-party democracy, but they should also assign some a person as a prime minister. But as you know, in the presidential system, there is no position for prime ministry. There are a vice president. There is no prime minister. But there are certain people in the opposition alliance waiting for the position of prime ministry. So in the multi-party parliamentary system, they think that we can create the position of prime ministry so that they can assign a prime minister again. But that is not our concern. The proposed text, after long consultations, shows us that the Republican People Party and their supporters have no vision for the future of this country, and they are not well prepared.
Şimdi ayın 3'ünde açıklama yapacakmış.
On the 3rd of
Ayın 3'ünde
December,
bizde
he says that he will make an announcement. Mr. Kemal, we will be in Şanlıurfa and we will make our announcement from Şanlıurfa. So when you are making your announcement, follow us
nasıl geliyor?
and hear
Sendeki
how
sese
our
benziyor mu,
voice will be
benzemiyor?
heard from Şanlıurfa and whether our voice resembles to
Kendi
yours.
içinde sayısız çelişki barındıran tek bir vizyon ışıltısı dahi taşımayan bu metni tartışmak
So discussing this text with full of contradictions and without any vision whatsoever, it will be illogical to discuss this text. The vision will be seen from Şanlıurfa.
Kılıçdaroğlu'nun iddialı sözlerine bakarak nihayet
By taking a look at the
Konya'da gösterdik.
ambitious words of Kılıçdaroğlu, we have shown our vision in Konya, in Artvin, in Gaziantep. We have shown our vision with the talk. He said that he would like to
Ben de başkana dedim ki
come to the launching ceremony of
Sanayi
talk,
Bakanımızı da yanına alacaksın.
and
Verdiği cevap ne biliyor musun?
I said to him that our Minister of Industry can accompany you, but he said that if the Minister of Industry comes, then I will not attend the launching ceremony. Varang, he's afraid of you.
Netice itibariyle
So at the end of the day,
tek somut gerçek bizim
there is
Türkiye
only
onların da
one fact,
eski Türkiye dediğidir.
We are advocating for the century of Turkey. They are advocating for the Turkey of all times. There is only one fact. We are working for making Turkey the global and the regional leader, but they are dreaming for a Turkey which is inadministrable. So God forbid such kind of a mentality, if they come to power, will drag our country into such kind of a calamity which we don't even want to think of. At the end of the day, they do not want to govern this nation, this country. They are only creating, indeed, front companies so that they can abuse the means and the resources of this country, but we will never allow them to establish a shell corporation out of this country. Rather than the principles, the interests are coming together in the opposition alliance. So with such kind of a faulty alliance, I wonder how the Republic of Turkey can fight against the terrorist organization harassing the southeastern border of this nation. I wonder how the Republic of Turkey can protect its rights in the East Med. And I wonder how Turkey can follow a balanced foreign policy in the Russian and Ukrainian war. And I wonder how the Republic of Turkey can indeed maintain its relations on the equal grounds with Europe and the United States of America. So this mentality will understand nothing from diplomacy, and I wonder how the Republic of Turkey fight against the attacks on its sovereignty and territorial integrity, and how the Republic of Turkey can foil the games and the traps of the economic hitmen. And I wonder how this opposition alliance can shoulder this burden, and how the dreams of Turkey for future can be realized by those incapable politicians. In a nutshell, I wonder how this country can be governed under the discretion of those incapable politicians. Of course, our nation sees it and understands it. And the real face of the opposition alliance is seen, and we should be working to disclose it much more closely, much more clearly. Just take a look whether they are coming up with the tangible suggestions for a constitutional amendment, because they don't want the constitution to change. They only want our alliance to fail, Erdoğan to lose, and Justice and Development Party to go. So our nation will never give them the chance to govern this nation.
Kendisinin ve evlatlarının geleceğini düşünen hiçbir vatandaşımız bunlara itibar etmez.
None of our citizens, of course, will listen to them. Otherwise,
kıyısından köşesinden yakaladıkları yetkileri hoyratça kullanarak sergiledikleri kibir,
this pride and even this arrogance will be enough to take their masks off. I hope until the election day, with this endeavor, we will pull their masks down and we will foil their games. My dear brothers and sisters, Justice and Development Party is founded by this nation, and Justice and Development Party is supported by this nation at every its goes. So the Justice and Development Party, its real owner is this nation. We are only in our position for a temporary time. The more we are successful in our duty, then we can show that we really deserve what is being endowed to us. This critical time that we are going through will increase the responsibility of each one of us. That's why, as the Justice and Development Party, in our general headquarters, together with our youth and women branches, with our provincial organization, with our mayors and with our neighborhood representatives and also our officers in the ballot boxes. In a nutshell, we will become one, we will become firm, we will become great, we will become brothers and sisters, and we will hold on to our job with full our attention. Until the election day, we should vendor every house and we should reach each one of our citizens from our organization to our citizens. We should strengthen this climate of love and keep it alive. We should work till the election day, but never forget we should hold on to the ballot boxes. Up until now, the Justice and Development Party was the most successful party, and we should preserve this success. So, against the games to be played in the election day, we should be alert with our neighborhood representatives. If need be, we should come together so that there will be no gaps or no problems during the election day. On the other hand, the enemies of this nation, do not forget, they are working day and night, of course, and they are preparing themselves for 2023. The reason why the attacks on our borders increase is due to their plans of shaping 2023, but we are different from them. We always have goodwill, and we believe that with the goodwill, the results will be good as well. First and foremost, we believe in the help of our God, and we also believe in the support of our nation, who never left us alone. We believe in the prayings of the oppressed. So there are no, of course, political party or mortal power who can stand in front of such a power, such a strength. Hopefully, all together, we will also be successful in the 2023 elections. Once again, I greet you all with love and respect. Stay in health.
Efendim bizler de AK Parti Genel Başkanı Cumhurbaşkanımız Sayın Recep Tayyip Erdoğan'a hitaplarından dolayı şükranlarımızı ve saygılarımızı sunuyoruz.